2020. Me and Dad have Whitrsh loaded up on our trailer trash trailer, and we are going to the dyno to get some baseline numbers for the motor that's in it. This car we found, how many months ago is that? That was
December.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was December. I was on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, yeah, you and I sent it to each other, or you sent it to me. Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through Marketplace and I saw a very blurry, nasty picture.
Oh, it wasn't even good pictures.
Very unclear, yeah, of like the motor and like the car, but it was just said like 92 Mustang 600 OBO or something like that. Clicked on it. I saw that it had a small block Ford in it with some headers, and the picture was super, cruddy and everything else. But the car looked pretty clean. It was a white, and it was a notchback, which they made fewer of, so it makes them more rare. They're kind of hard to find, especially like rust free. So I sent it over to Dad, and
he sent us a couple videos.
Sent us a couple
trying to get it to run.
Poor quality videos. So anyways, long story short, we
go out there the same night on a Sunday afternoon with a trailer and said we're bringing cash.
Yeah. So we get out there and this dude's just got this thing.
It's in a trailer park out in the middle of nowhere in Ohio, and the top end of this engine is disastrous. It's the intake shot.
Two-barrel motorcraft car.
An old steel intake, but the bottom half looks decent, and so he couldn't keep it running. There was gas going everywhere. He had the fuel pump connected directly to the car with no regulator. Well, the regulator was a piece of junk.
Yeah, we did Mr. Gasket dial regulator.
So we said, you know what?
No return line.
We'll take a chance. And so we met behind the car, and he's trying to keep his kids in the trailer. we knew this guy wanted to get rid of this, and so we come back around. We said, we'll give you $400. And he said,
chopped him at his knees.
Nah, I don't know if I can do that.
So we ended up walking out there for $500.
500. Load it up. It's 13 degrees. We get it home. So all we do is take the top half of the motor off. First thing first, we just start stripping all the old. There was more electrical tape and tie wraps on this car. We should have kept everything and just piled it up.
So kind of a quick run over what we did was...
Yeah, just real quick.
Elder brake aluminum intake. Edelbrock, Holly 750, or we started with the Edelbrock carb 650.
600.
Or yeah, 600.
Starved.
We realized that it was kind of starving for fuel, so now we have a Holly double pumper 750 on there. Holly fuel regulator with a return line setup system. MSD 6AL2 with integrated two-step. What else? Upper and lower, tubular upper and lowers in the rear. Drag shock 50/50, Lakewood 50/50s in the rear.
Freshened up the plugs and the wires.
Yeah, freshen up plugs, new wires.
Oil change.
Yeah.
So today, all in this car, you're about to see $1,400.
Yeah.
Right. And we've halvesied everything. So
At the most 2,000.
No, I've kept it. Even with the 6L too. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think we're about $1,500, so $750 a piece.
Yeah.
In this car. Won't even talk about trailer trash. Picked up this trailer for $600. Flipped an axle, threw some tires on it,
Painted it.
$30 light kit, painted it with a 34-gallon Rust-Oleum black.
There's already pictures that have probably been shown, so you've probably seen
we'll show the pictures of the trailers. And,
so
we're about 700 in the trailer.
Yep. So good looking trailer, good looking car. Oh yeah, we pulled the valve covers off, and there's roller rockers, or there's rocker arms in it. 1.6 rocker arms. Somebody, big cam, obviously you can hear it.
Stroked. We know it's
measured the stroke. Yeah, we measured the stroke with a hanger, and we did it like 3 or 4 times, and every time we did, it came out to be a 347. So
That's
not
what we're hoping
100%, but it's some kind of stroke. It's definitely, the margin of error is not big enough to be mistaken a 302 for a 347. So it's a 331 or 347. Iron heads, but that'll probably be one of the first things we swap out. But
good start.
Good start. So Dad's being optimistic about the numbers he thinks it's going to make on being conservative.
We'll see.
My guess, and this again, I'm being conservative, is I'm going to say 270 to 300. If it's anything over 300 or 300, I would be stoked and very surprised.
I should slow down. My guess is, what did I say?
You said 350 to 400.
No.
You said that yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did. 350 to 375. Then after I realized I said that, I'm old school. I was thinking horsepower, motor horsepower, and then he made me realize we were talking rear wheel. So I could be way off. I'll still hold to my figures. I'll still say 350 to 375. I have a feeling that this motor has a little more oomph than he does. If we get a chance to do quarter mile on this or eighth mile on this dyno, which they say we can do, my guess also is mid 11s, 1150 to 1170.
I'm a whole second. I'm saying mid 12s.
He's saying mid 12s. So we'll see if we get to pull something off of here today.
But regardless, $1,400. I mean, for as much money as we got into it, this will not be the motor or the setup that's going to stand it. I mean,
you want to talk about a budget build?
Yeah,
here you go.
Ultimate budget build. But yeah, this is just the motor that came in it.
Budget build.
Everything on the motor was basically free, so we're doing a lot of supporting mods, and then we'll have fun with it this year. Blow up the trans or motor if we need to, and then over the winter we'll build something nasty. Hopefully.
The reason we and one of the key components to how we kept our budget so low is take for example the carburetor. So we were 150 in carb all in, I think, when we bought that used as well on the Eldbrock 600. We bought the Holly 750 for 150. I ended up selling the Eldbrock for 160. So again, that's another offset with a $10 plus. So anytime we would upgrade anything, we were swapping. So this car came with SVT Cobra wheels. We traded them straight up for the Draglite Pro Stars that you see on it. Straight up. So it didn't cost us anything. So we're keeping track of all of those things. I'm telling you, we're $1,400 into this thing, and hopefully we surprise some people.
Yep. This stupid tracker open because of coronavirus. So, keep you guys in tune. Keep you guys in touch.
Which one of those are you going to use?
We'll keep you guys tuned up.
We're going to keep you touched and in tune.
Turn sharp.
Circle on motor side, maybe? Pull up here. Tennis Performance in Circleville, Ohio. Bunch of great group of guys here. They're all hanging out on a Friday night. Everybody's quarantined from the coronavirus. This is kind of a hangout for all everybody. So a bunch of good guys. Getting the air fuel ratios hooked up. Getting ready to do our first couple polls and see what it's making. Probably gonna be running real rich.
But look.
You always pick up, if we don't calibrate it for third gear, it always picks up, but I just want to get it.
I got $1,500 in that car.
I got a lot more than that in that car. Barely starts. Freaking stopping me right now.
So what do you think that is at the engine? Because that's rear wheel, right? So
What was you guys thinking that it was shifting to a big?
I was thinking 300.
yeah, you lose what?
I guess
What? Dude, I am blown away right now.
But it is a T5, right? It's a manual, so it's
Okay, yeah. See how it's starting to chop there?
Yeah,
That's on dropping down a little bit. Now look what happened to your air fuel there. See your air fuel plummeting? Down. All right. A little bit of a crazy evening. Spent way more time than we intended on spending there, but it was worth it every minute and every dime. So starting off, we got up there, loaded the car up, strapped it down, got everything calibrated and whatnot. First pull produced a whopping 257.
257. We got paper.
Oh yeah. Got our sheets here.
So pull
So our
number one.
first.
Funny thing was, I had a dream a couple weeks ago, and Will and I were joking about this. And I dreamt that our first pull and the guys at the dyno were like, yeah, 278, I think it was in my dream, you know, and he was trying to make us feel good. I was extremely disappointed. So, to say the least, when I saw 256 on the screen, I think it was 256.
256.
Yeah.
256.61 horsepower and 246 pounds of torque, foot-pounds of torque. So,
But we knew.
that was disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, we were kind of bummed about that. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's a 302. Keep in mind, this is our budget build. We are like $1,500 into this car, so it is like, you know, even if it was 260 horsepower car, it's not like you could be really mad for what we got in it. But it just felt like it was more, and we were confused. Measured the stroke, and now it doesn't make sense. That's a stroker making only 260. So I'm a little down, but I'm kind of like, oh, it's whatever. You know, it's a 300 horsepower car, probably on a good day. We'll have fun with it and rebuild something else. Then we started messing with some timing. I didn't realize, and I did not realize how much difference timing can really make. And let me tell you what that difference is, because
we did two pulls at 256 and then 262, I think it was.
Yeah, maybe a couple more.
We found out our timing was way off.
So fixed our timing and went from 12. We did a pull at 12 and a 12 pull at 13, and just jumping straight to the cut. The pull at 13 degrees produced a max horsepower of 315.
Right. I looked at you at 315 as it was climbing.
I look over. Dad said the graph just kept climbing into 300. He's going, what? So it produced 409 horsepower.
410, baby.
410 horsepower. About 355 foot-pounds of torque.
130 mile an hour in fourth
130
gear.
mile an hour fourth gear. I've never seen, even the guys at the Dyno, I mean even Tim and the guys there at the shop, they were completely shocked.
There's something
it just didn't make sense as to why it would change that much, you know. And
the pull 3 and pull 4 were so consistent. The lines were so close.
Yeah, it was really crazy. But
I didn't think that timing, that little bit of retard made that big of a difference.
still got some tinkering to do. Gonna probably get some front struts in it, some 90-10, something to lift up that front end a little better, because we're not gonna hook really. I mean, we're not really hooking the best right now, but you know, just some bare minimums before we take to the track. Because honestly,